Okay. Hi everybody. What we want to do today is demonstrate how you can use an iPad or an iPhone, but I'm recording with my iPhone at the time being, but they both work, the iPad and the iPhone, to be able to hook up peripherals like a USB flash drive or a card reader, USB, or a hard drive onto your iPad or iPhone. And for the demonstration purposes, we're going to need a power bank. So I have a power bank here. I also have a powered USB hub that's plugged into AC power down here. And then we have a pigtail that will plug into the iPad, in this case the iPad or the iPhone, to be able to make things work without using a battery pack. And the reason we need the battery pack is if we use the adapter, which don't get a cheap one. Don't get the $16 or $13 one. These are rather expensive, but they are a certified Apple product, and I have found these are the only ones that work properly with the iOS devices. So don't get the cheaper one because they don't work. Don't go to Amazon or eBay or whatever and get those cheap ones. Get the one that's certified by Apple for the product you're going to use, the iOS device you're going to use. This is a power adapter to make the hard drive work. But I'm going to show you that a 2 terabyte hard drive can also be read on the iPad. So right now, if we just take the adapter and we plug it into the iPad, we don't have any source of power to it. And if we use a flash drive in this case, and plug it into the end of the iPad, let me get it over just a little bit so you can see. If we plug it into the adapter, we're going to get a failure. It says cannot use the accessory cruiser guide. This accessory requires too much power. It will not work without some additional power to drive it. So we can use the battery bank to do it. The way you read these files anyway is you go to there's an app on here called Files, and you go to Files, and that reads everything on your hard drive. Over on this side, on my iPad, recently deleted, cloud drive, recently deleted, I have nothing. Only on my iPad I only have 2 items on there. And just to show you, we can take this one, which is the soundtrack. That's provided by YouTube as a creator's file. Let's take this out for right now. We'll delete that. And you see my flash drive does not show up over here. Okay, so let's take the power bank. Let's use the portable power bank and hook up the USB cable to it to get power. And it shows power on here. You may not be able to see that because there are lights on there, but you may not be able to see that. And let's unplug the flash drive. Let's plug in the power to the adapter, the Apple adapter. Okay, it says we have power. I don't know if you can see that or not either, but it says we have power right there. So we're getting power from the power bank. Now, over here on this side, you watch when we plug in the USB adapter, flash drive, and plug it in. On this side over here, it takes just a second. You see it popped up. It's reading my flash drive now. It says I've named that one music, so it pops up as music. If we touch it, we get the files that are on there. I have some Garth Brooks songs on there, which I can't play because of copyright laws and so forth. But here's that one file that's on the flash drive that we took off the computer. And it will play it. Now, you can also move things from the flash drive to the computer or tablet, or from the tablet or the phone onto the flash drive as well. It works the same way with the memory card because it's a USB reader, and it will read the SD card currently. So let's try that. We'll unplug. Let me get back to the file so that you can see right there. When I unplug it, it goes away. So right now, let's take this card reader and we'll put in the card, right like that, and we'll plug this into the reader, into the adapter, and it shows volume 1. On volume 1, I have the files. Under the DCIM, I have movies, music, and photo. Under the music, I have that one file that I've been playing with from YouTube, and it will play it right off of the card reader. Now, if I want to move it, I can go back to here. I can select it, and I can move it. And I can move it to on my iPad. So if we go over to copy, it will copy that file onto my iPad. So if I take the card reader out, like that, it took it off the iPad. If I go to my iPad, there's that file back. Now again, just to demonstrate that we can use what they call USB powered hub. I'll take the power off the adapter, off the power bank for right now, and I'll show you how the hub does exactly the same thing, except you can plug this into your computer, you can plug it into your phone, you can plug it into your iPad. I'll move the power bank out of the way so you can see. And this is what they call a USB powered hub. It gets power from being plugged in to an AC outlet. Now if we don't use, let's plug this pigtail into the iPad like this. Okay. You can turn these on and off individually. Without power, it will not read a drive, like a flash drive, a hard drive, SSD, or anything, because it does not have enough power. It's not even going through. It won't even come up with the failure because it's not going through. So if we take it off and plug it into a powered unit, a powered receptacle on the iPad, it will read it. There's music, and there's my song. Now here's the neat thing about a powered hub, because I've got so many different selections on here. I can use more than just one, and it will read them all. See, now I have volume 1 plus the music on there. I hope you can see that. I have the volume 1 plus the music. It's reading them both. Volume, DCIM, let's try photo, and we'll pick a photo. And there's the photo I took in the Philippines a couple of years ago, a year ago or so. And I can transfer all these to the iPad, or from the iPad to my disk, or to my card. Now, let's try another piece of machinery here. Let's try this hard drive. But what I'm going to need for the hard drive, turn this around the right way. What I need for the hard drive is another powered cable. However, I should not need the AC power. I should be able to do it with the hub by itself, with the USB hub itself. So we'll take off the cable and we'll plug it into the hard drive like thusly. And then we'll plug this into the hub. And this might take a little bit because it's a large drive. Let's see if it'll do it without power. I don't think this hub or this reader on the hard drive will do it without power. We need to add power to make this adapter power up the hard drive. Otherwise, the hard drive is not getting any power. So we'll take the hub, we'll take the AC power and plug it in over here on the AC adapter and plug this in to the hard drive. Okay, I have a blue light there. And let's see if we get any I'm going to take out this volume 1 and take out the untitled music. And there's the untitled. This is the hard drive showing up right there. Here's music. And that's reading that right off of that drive right there. I can feel the motor running. Okay, let's see if we got enough juice that we can make things work. Plug in the USB drive. I'll plug the card reader back in. There's the music file and there's the volume 1. So we can read everything onto the iPad externally. We can transfer from here to here, from the USB drive to the hard drive, from the hard drive to here. You can transfer it all the way around, from the iPad to the drives, from the drives to the drives, from the drives to the iPad or phone, whichever. So you have an opportunity to back up all your daily files, all your pictures, all your music, all your YouTube things you're doing or whatever. So you can, with a powered hub, you can transfer everything around. So I just wanted to demonstrate all this to you to show you that it works. Okay, we have this file on the USB stick, and we don't have anything on the untitled on the drive. We don't have any music per se. So let's try to move the music from here to here. Let's go back to music and pick the file. We'll select it right there and we'll move it. Where are we going to move it to? We're going to move it to the untitled drive right there and copy it. Now we should be able to go to the untitled drive, this one, and find that file. Just like that. This has been a lifesaver for me. It's kind of a bunch of extra stuff to do, but if you don't have your computer and you're out in the field, you can use a power brick to power up. Let's find out if the power brick is strong enough to power up the drive and get it onto the iPad. Let's shut off the, let's take out the card reader. We'll shut off the power to them. Take out the USB drive, shut off the power. And this is to the hard drive. Let's take this out, and we'll shut off this. Now, I have to take out the pigtail from the USB powered hub. I keep bumping the camera, sorry about that. Very close, tight space right here. This is the pigtail that we're going to plug in here, but I'm going to need power from the brick to here on the adapter to make it work. I have power from the AC adapter, which you will need power from the AC adapter to make this work for a hard drive. But I have a small power adapter that I can hook up to it that's AC if I'm going to be out in the field. All right, we have power from the brick hooked to here. Let's hook up the drive now and see if it will read it. Got to give it a second to power it up. Should be able to read it. Supposed to be able to read it. There it is. Untitled. Sure enough, it does read it. With the power brick to the adapter. I still need AC power to make this work. They do make one that does not require this power. It requires only power from here, I believe. I do not have that cable to give it a try to find out. But this will give you an opportunity without a computer, without having to transfer back and forth, without having to find a laptop. I mean, you can use a laptop. I don't have a laptop big enough to do that. I have this other stuff that will work. So that's how you make it work. Thanks for watching, guys. Appreciate it.